I'm Gerry of CurlingZone here at the Shorty Jenkins Classic in Cornwall, Ontario, joined by Pete Fenson, third stone for Team Brown, back on the ice this year after a year off coaching.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I guess I just discovered that coaching wasn't quite my bag of tricks yet.
So, thoughts on the new team? You're kind of taking a step back from what you've been doing for so long before you did step off to coach. Playing third with Craig, how's that been going so far?
Not too bad. We played in Oakville. Had a few games to start to get to know how each other operate and learning the communications, and starting to go pretty well. We're starting to play better, and I'm happy at third. I broke in playing third long ago, and it's nice to be back there again.
So looking forward, where are you guys playing this year? What kind of schedule are you looking at, and how do you compare playing now under the program, the high performance program, and the direction it's taking now versus the self-formed teams in the past?
Well, other than the fact that we didn't form our own team, we're really operating in a similar way that we always used to operate. We have Scott Baird with us as our coach pretty much full time, so we do have some support. But as far as our schedule goes, we're playing a pretty good schedule. We have about 8 events before Christmas. Oakville, and here we're going back to Toronto and Portage. And then we're playing a few in the States. I think we're going overseas after the first of the year. So we got a lot of good events, trying to mix it in there and play just enough and have just enough rest, and trying to accommodate everybody's schedule so we're rested and still playing enough. And I think it looks pretty good for us right now.
Yeah, I think the news is good so far here at the Short. It looks like you've reached the qualifying round with your record so far. One more game to go yet tonight. But, Schuster's good start at the Slam. It's certainly becoming more noticeable, the U.S. teams climbing the ladder and making appearances in the playoffs and stuff, it seems.
Yeah, we've got some pretty good teams put together, and everybody's really working hard, and, we're kind of pushing each other and chasing each other, and, I like the direction things are going. I was telling the guys earlier, I said we used to come to these events and really talk about, making some money to pay the bills, and now the first thing that comes out of our mouth is how many points is it worth and how many we're earning and where are we at in the standings.
Yeah, I think it's just from my perspective, it's really changed the mentality of teams playing on tour. You're chasing that competitive grind all season long rather than tuning up and being ready for just the nationals at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. The tour events were always, my old teams were always prepped for the nationals and the worlds. And now we know we got to come in and we got to play good right away and earn as many points as we can along the way.
Thanks a lot, Pete. Good luck the rest of the weekend and this season as well. I'm Gerry of CurlingZone. For more great videos from the Shorty Jenkins Classic, be sure to check out www.curlingzone.com. Everything curling.